going to take a second to talk to you about underdogs.
Everywhere, this is for you.
Fly, Eagles flying, you on the team. Touchdown, time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird game nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man saw Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randall. Season here, really time to do them in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for tuning in.
What is going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and it is Philly the podcast. So Howie did it again, man. Howie did it again. Philadelphia Eagles pick up Ndamukong Suh. Obviously, we picked up Linval Joseph a couple days, or I think it was like yesterday. I don't even remember when it was. I think it was yesterday. The Eagles drop one player, and they go ahead and pick up two. I mean, this is what we want to see from our front office. This is what we want to see from Howie Roseman. This is what we want to see from the Philadelphia Eagles. This was a great move. I think that this was a great move. Before we get into everything, be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, join the family. I know a lottie whatever. You know the vibes. You know the moves to make. I'm very happy, man. The Philadelphia Eagles are not resting on their laurels. They're not relying on the guys that they came in here with. They see a hole and they are attacking it. There's going to be a lot of people talking about, oh, Joe, these guys are old as heck. You really relying on them? No, we're not relying on them. Okay, at the end of the day, Linval Joseph is probably going to see maybe 20 snaps. You know, Ndamukong Suh is going to probably see another 20 snaps. That's 40 snaps between two guys. I'm okay with that. We can look at the numbers and we can look at, Ndamukong Suh as a run defender didn't have the greatest last year, right? Linval Joseph as a run defender didn't have the greatest of last years. But when you look at their teams, when you look at their defensive settings, when you look at their defensive schemes, maybe they just didn't fit. Maybe it just wasn't the thing for them. I feel confident that Howie Roseman just picked up two veterans that are going to give us key snaps. And I think that it's beyond just not having Jordan Davis. I think a lot of people are looking at Jordan Davis getting injured. And I know that was kind of probably the thing that kind of pushed it, especially losing to Washington, kind of giving up so many running yards. I think that all had a factor to do with it, right? That all keyed into why they did this. But at the end of the day, this is more than just right now. This is more than just making sure we're in the games for the next couple weeks. This is about the playoffs. This is about making a run when it counts. These guys are going to be here through the playoff run, and I think that having veterans like this that have been in big time games is going to help this team. Even with Jordan Davis, I think that you look at what these guys will provide as far as just guys to look at. And Ndamukong Suh especially, I feel like Jordan Davis can look at Ndamukong Suh and see a lot of himself in that. So I'm hoping that he teaches these guys. I'm hoping that he helps these guys come along. We'll see what happens, man. But I like this grade. I like this trade pickup. I can't even talk. I like this pickup. I don't know what the negative is to this. To me, there really is no negative. I love every part of this. I think that there was other people out there, other teams, even in the NFC East, that wanted it in Ndamukong Suh. So for us to go out there and get him, man, I think it was huge. I think that the Philadelphia Eagles just pulled off a really, really big signing, two really big signings, if I'm being honest. So let's get it. I'm hyped. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. What's going on? Life's crazy. Says Joe, y'all stay watching us on who we will. Don't nobody care about what the Cowboys was going to do. Y'all should have done it. If y'all was going to do it, y'all should have done it. Cowboys fans have a funny way of complaining about things that they weren't going to do anyways. Once OBJ gets signed somewhere, y'all going to hate the team that picks them up. But you guys don't want to spend money. You guys don't care about winning. That's kind of obvious at this point. You guys are cool with having a nice little stadium, and that's it. That's what y'all happy about. What's going on? Big D says Howie wants that chip again. It feels like it. Howie Roseman is seeing a weakness in the NFL, which I think we all see. I think we all see that the NFL isn't. Those teams that were top teams last year aren't the top teams anymore. There's an opening for a new team to come in and be one of those top teams. And I think the Philadelphia Eagles have taken that opportunity and run with it. Now it's about getting better every week. That's really what it comes down to. It gets to get better every week. Having guys like Ndamukong Suh, having guys like Linval Joseph that know how to play football. I know that they, haven't played football since last year. That's fine. They're got fresh legs. They're ready to go. But they know how to play football. They're going to go in there and they're going to take their snaps snaps, and they're going to make impactful plays, especially if all we're worried about is the run defense. I think that this really, really does help our run defense. All we need you to do in Ndamukong Suh is sit there. Just at this point, just sit there. There's been so many times that we've seen either Javon Hargrave, Milton Williams, who I feel like has lost weight, but either way, you see Milton Williams in the middle, you see Hargrave, you see Fletch, and I feel like they get moved off their spot far too often. Somebody like an Ndamukong Suh, literally just trench your feet in there. Linval Joseph, just dig your feet in and don't move. And I think that will help our run defense a ton. What's going on, Jamal? What's going on? Let go, birds. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. People going to be mad. People going to be mad, and I love it. If we want you, we get you. That's exactly how Howie feels right now. That's exactly how Howie's feeling right now. So let me ask y'all this. I just put it in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all think. And we got 25 people in the chat. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. But do y'all think Howie Roseman is one of the greatest of all times when it comes to a GM? I mean, realistically, do you? And that's not like just because we're excited right now. Do you think? I think that if you look at the body of his work, if you look at his body of work, man, boy, but the boy been doing his thing. The boy been doing his thing, and not only that, he's in a market, he's in a city where we're going to let you know every single mistake you make. And he comes back at it and he smiles in its face. I love it. I love what Howie Roseman has been able to do so far. So, I mean, this is really, really nice. This is really, really nice. This is really, really nice. I'm happy about this. Trying to make sure we don't get no more play. You never know now. I got to keep my eye out. You never know. So, Quaz says, yeah, for sure, he the GOAT. DG says, hell yeah. Carlos says, Howie the man. How about Howie Roseman has done it again? So he has, man. There's nothing you can really look at with Howie Roseman, especially as of late, and get upset about. They're really, I'm hard pressed, man. I'm hard pressed. And you guys, if you rocked with me before we even had 1,000, subscribers, I was yelling fire Howie. I feel so stupid for saying that. So I was wrong about two things in the past. Since I've gotten this, I'm sure there's more that I've been wrong about, but I've been wrong about two major things since I've gotten this channel, right? And one was fire Howie, and I'll own that. And the other one was Jalen Hurts. I didn't think Jalen Hurts would get as great as he is right now. So, hey, keep proving me wrong. I'm cool with it. Jamal says, once Fletch checked out with that, I feel like crap stuff. I knew we was going to do something. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Fletcher Cox, man. These past 2 years have just been tough. And it's not even, I can live with the play on the field. I can live with you taking a step back as a player. But it's like, I feel like he just don't really care no more, it feels like. And I don't want to say that that's the truth, but it feels like that. It feels like he really just doesn't care anymore. There's so many plays that you would normally see Fletcher Cox on the ground on top of somebody that you just see him kind of standing there looking at the tackle and looking at the play being made. And it's just not the Fletcher Cox we're used to, and I don't like it. Mr. Rudy Poo says, great pickup. Cowbums have been crying for him for weeks. Brother, Cowboy fans don't realize that their GM does not care about them. Their owner does not care about them. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. See, Life's Crazy said it. It's our damn GM owner. We are not called with this. Joey, I agree. I feel like the Cowboys don't want to win this year. And this is why I said I think this is going to be maybe looking at the contract, maybe he has one more year, but I don't think Dak Prescott's going to be your guy for very much longer. So it is what it is. The Cowboys are playing well, if I'm being 100% honest, but you have to look at everything that is up against them right now. Their head coach might not be their head coach next year, regardless of their record this season. It's going to take most likely a playoff win or two to keep Mike McCarthy's job. You don't know what's going to happen with Dan Quinn if Mike McCarthy moves on. A lot of people are talking about they'd love to see him take over. He wasn't a great coach. So we'll see what happens. Look, it is what it is. I'm not going to sit here and talk about the Dallas Cowboys, though, because the Dallas Cowboys aren't making any moves. They're not doing anything to get better. So I ain't so worried about y'all. Once y'all start making moves, maybe I'll talk about y'all a little bit more. Sue won't get blocked by tight ends. LOL, birds. We on one. Yeah, no, facts. Big facts. Talk to him. I think you're talking about Micah, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I know Micah was shut up during our game. But realistically, we're probably the only team in the NFL so far who has won through a loss. Because you look at the Washington game, and I don't know, I'm not going to say it wouldn't have, but I don't know if we win that game, especially if we win it in convincing fashion, if we make these moves. I really don't. I think that the fact that Brian Robinson and company kind of went off against our run defense, that really forced Howie's hand. So, maybe we need like a really bad game from Britton Covey for him to finally make a move there, because I like Britton Covey and I like the person, you know what I'm saying? I have been able to speak with him and everything. He's a nice guy, but I just don't feel like he's been giving us anything as far as a returner goes. And there's been opportunities there. As a return man, it's tough to really grade them because a lot of times they're kicking it out of bounds, or, it's a touchback or whatever it may be. But at the end of the day, he's been getting some opportunities, and we have not seen him really make anything out of those opportunities. So I'm a little bit worried about him. But other than that, what else do we have to complain about? I mean, realistically, I see some people talking about maybe getting Nakobe Dean more snaps, bringing Hassan Reddick onto the defensive line, and getting Nakobe Dean out there. I wouldn't be mad at that. I don't think that it's necessary. I don't think that that's really hurting our run defense and or pass defense. So I'm not sitting here saying that's a necessity. I think that these two moves, at least one of them were necessary. Excuse me. I think at least one of these guys were needed on this team. But hey, we got both. We got two. I'm cool with it. If you're on Facebook, you got to go to chat. I don't know what. Just come to the YouTube because I can't see your name. I'm sorry, but whoever this is, just tell me who it is and I'll read your name out. But he said, "Let's go." People hating already, talking about he's old. They just jealous. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's all it is. People are just upset. And it's not, I don't even want to say jealous. They're upset. You look at a team like the Philadelphia Eagles that don't have many holes. Then you finally figure out as an opposition, like, all right, let's just run on them. And then you get two big boys in the middle of that defensive line. And it's like, all right, now what do we do to them? Like, so, I mean, hey, I like it. I like it. Philly A says, hell yeah, to Howie goated. Rudy Poo says, Howie goated. Yeah, I feel you. Howie aggressive. He on that juice. What's going on, Drew? What's going on? Yeah, man. This is what it was. Marlon, that was you on Facebook. All right, bet. But yeah, no, man. This is what you want to see from a team that's good. When you are a good team, when you are a team that is realistically going for a ring this year, whenever you have an opportunity to get better, you go ahead and do it. And this kind of relates to when I was talking about Frank Reich. A lot of people, and I want to clear the air, a lot of people were like, oh, well, whose job is he going to take? It's not about him taking a job. It's about getting better as an organization. That starts with your front office. That goes to your coaching staff, that goes to your team. Any place that you see that you can get better, you as an organization have a responsibility to do that. That's your responsibility. Your responsibility is make sure your team is as prepared for the playoffs as possible. Marlon says, love it. Haters hating already. Talking about Suh is old. Child, please. I love Cox, but yeah, I think he's done with us next year. Yeah, I think this was his last year either way. It's tough. You know what I'm saying? Fletcher Cox is one of my favorite players that's played for the Eagles, and I feel like these past 2 years have just been tough for him. He hasn't looked like the guy that we all, know and love, right? He hasn't looked like the Fletcher Cox that we all know and love. So I don't want these last two years to really determine who Fletcher Cox was. Like, I think that Fletcher Cox was one of our best interior defensive linemen of all time. So outside of these 2 years, I guess you could say, I feel all Hurts interceptions are not his fault. How y'all feel about that? I wouldn't say all of them. I think that there were opportunities to get easier plays, and he took the big shot. I don't think that he does it often enough for us to get too worried about it. Sometimes he's going to do that. I do feel like against Washington, we as a team try to do too much. I feel like as a team against Washington, we just wanted to blow them out. I don't feel like we just went in there like, let's win, let's play our game. I don't feel like that was who we are. So, it was kind of weird. Fletcher looks like DeAndre Jordan right now. Facts. Just old and slow. DeAndre Jordan is something else. With Hargrave as the better pass rusher, do we start Joseph or Suh first and second down and bring Hargrave on third? That's a great question. I don't think that we would do that. I don't think it's going to be that much of a difference of what we're doing already. If I'm being 100% honest, I think they want to bring that 5-man front back. And I think that one of two of these guys, if not both of them, can definitely fill in there. So I wouldn't say that it's going to be, changing any starters, anything like that. I don't see that happening. Giants, great pickup for when we play Henry. That's true. And we got Jonathan Taylor on the schedule. So I mean, look, we needed to do this. How much is the contract? I'm not sure. Let me see if I can find it real quick while we on here. Let's see if we can find it. And Ndamukong Suh already put the bird up. You hear me? That's what I like. I'm assuming it's going to be like a veteran minimum. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I'm assuming it's a minimum, but once I see, I shall let you know. Once I see, or if you guys find out, let me know in the comments. At one point, Cox was our best player. He easily was our best player at one point, and it sucks. It sucks seeing him kind of fall off. But old age will do that to you, and just lack of people around him. I don't feel like he's always had that number 2 defensive tackle. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they've always had that. So, there's a lot of things that go into this, but it sucks to see. Oh, Dan Silio's like, I don't understand why people even watch Dan Silio, but hey, God bless him, man. Whatever. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. Trying to see if I can find out if it was the veteran minimum. I'm assuming it's going to be the vet minimum. And by the way, if you guys didn't see, I had Dante Hall on Twitter Space yesterday. So go to my Twitter or go to Fanfield Twitter and check that out, man. It was like a 20-minute interview. It was a lot of fun. That's my dog. He's hilarious, man. That boy is hilarious. I want to make sure it's the vet minimum, but I'm pretty sure. Chris said Dallas is sick. Suh was in town and they thought it was a done deal. Howie put it on a meek and said, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? Exactly. That's the thing. Bro, Cowboys fans, they got to be sick. And honestly, that's on y'all, man. Y'all probably offered him something stupid. Y'all probably told him he was going to be a full-time starter, something he didn't want to do or something. Y'all probably ruined it. That's all I got to say. Y'all probably ruined it. Look, the Eagles are a place where people want to go. If you were a free agent, why would you want to go to Dallas? Dallas needs people. The Philadelphia Eagles just want to add. Like that, there's a big difference there. There's a big difference there between getting someone you absolutely need, and getting players that are going to add to your system that you're not going to ask them to be a superstar at 34 years old. Like, that's just not how things work. Even with OBJ, I don't know why OBJ would ever want to go to New York. To Dallas. Why would he want to go to Dallas? You guys absolutely need him. There's nobody else that's going to I'm good. I would, man, if I'm wanting to go to a winner, it's the Eagles, it's the Bills, it's the Chiefs. That's really about it right now. Miles getting only 1 carry in the first half should never happen again. That's 100% right. That's 100% right, man. Look. That game was all over the place. And that's why I say I don't feel like that's who we were. So I'm not too upset about the loss. I think that there was a lot of things that, were necessary for this team. I didn't want us to lose, but I think that loss kind of highlighted a lot of things that the Eagles needed to improve upon. So, hey, you win through a loss. That's all that matters. You won through a loss. I like it. I like that a lot. Yeah, I'm assuming probably that minimum, Marlon. What's going on, Dwayne? Said, Joe, they need you on ESPN. They do, man. You need to let them know, bro. One day, though. I'm so pumped we got Suh. That's big time. It is. It is big. And I don't think that, and I want to clarify this because I'm happy. I'm excited, and I think a lot of Eagles fans are, but I know we don't have just Eagles fans in here. And just to clear the air, whatever you're thinking, we don't think that at least I don't. I'm not assuming that Ndamukong Suh is going to come into this, building and be a savior. I'm not expecting Linval Joseph to come in here and be a savior. I'm not really even expecting them to play more than 30 snaps, if that each. You know what I'm saying? So, look, even combined, I don't know if they'll hit 30, 40 snaps. So I'm not worried about it. I understand that there's a reason that they were still free agents, right? None of those reasons matter to us right now. We don't need them to be here next year. We don't need them to be here the year after that. This is all about winning this year. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We got 30 people in the chat. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, man. Join the family, man. Join the family. I don't know how long I'm actually going to be here. If you see me, I'm like squirming a lot. I messed my back up the other day, and yeah, I can't really sit that long, but I wanted to come talk with my peoples. I ain't talk about people, you know what I'm saying? And tomorrow, if you guys rocked with the channel for a long time, you know exactly who my dog Brandon Jordan is. All right, Brandon still works with me for this channel. He does more of the scheduling when it comes to interviews, but tomorrow he's back. Tomorrow he's doing an interview, and I cannot wait. That's my dog. I can't wait to watch him do that interview, man. It's so good to have him back. He had a kid and everything, so life has been crazy for him, but I'm excited to have him do that interview. So definitely check that out. It's going to be tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to be pre-recorded or live, but it's going to be fun. Jacob, what's going on, brother? What's going on? Chris says, right, they need people to save them. Exactly. We're not looking for no saviors here in Philly. We looking for guys that are going to pull this team together. Help us be that missing piece. Be that one missing piece that makes that one big play in the playoffs that we're like, that's why we got him. That's why we brought him here. What's going on, KJ? What's going on? We played that game to lose, but to be honest, I'd rather lose Washington than the Cowboys or Giants. Yeah, I get it. I feel you, man. I feel you. I didn't want to lose to anybody in my division, but hey, it is what it is. You got to just, somebody just commented on one of my things, and I like this. I don't know if he's watching, but shout out to my guy, Justin. He said, it's like pitching in baseball. You can never have too much bodies in front. It's 100% true, man. This is what the Eagles needed. The Eagles needed to shore up that mid. And even if they didn't, we would have been fine. We would have figured something out, and then Jordan Davis would have came back and we wouldn't have been worried as much. But even so, now that we aren't really sitting here twiddling our thumbs waiting for something to happen until Jordan Davis comes back, when Jordan Davis comes back, I mean, that's a hell of a rotation. You got about six, seven, realistically 6-7 guys that can play on that defensive line that can maybe be starters on other teams. I mean, that's kind of scary, man. That's kind of scary. That's very good depth in the trenches. I agree, Jeff. I agree. Shout out to Jeff. Go check out his channel, man. I think he's close to hitting 400. Go subscribe to my dog. But yeah, that's what we needed. We needed that depth, man. Where are we at? This is like Mutt D says. I agree. Yeah, Mutt points, man. We got our Mutt points up. We just getting our dogs now. This was the rich getting richer. That's really what this comes down to. This was the rich getting richer. This was Howie Roseman understanding what he had and what he needed. This was a great move. This was an amazing move. I'm still waiting to see the exact numbers. If anybody sees it, let me know. But this was a great move, man. This was a great move. Howie probably walking around with his chest hairs out. You know how he hype. Like, yeah, you see what I did? Trying to see what these. Wow, the Philadelphia Eagles just put up on their Twitter DJ Khaled meme or a GIF with another one, and it said us D-line, and it's like a handshake. I love our social media team. They're awesome. Yeah, man, this is exactly what we needed. I want to see what the price is. Matt Gardner was a great pickup for us. He definitely was. Joe, did you hear about Browns Bills game might be moved to when? Do you think Miles is our future back? Unfortunately, I don't. Do I think that Miles Sanders is going to be the future back of this team? I honestly don't. I don't think that the Philadelphia Eagles invest in franchise running backs. I don't think that they believe in that. It's been a while since we've seen one guy really be our bell cow. So, I mean, when you add up the lack of touches, when you add up the lack of health, I guess you could say, I just don't see why the Eagles would really heavily invest in Miles Sanders, especially when you have a bunch of draft picks and you can probably get somebody in the second, third round of this year. So, or even as a free agent, there's going to be a lot of free agent guys. So I think that they're going to turn every stone before they actually do that. We got 3 Super Bowl champions on our D-line. That veteran presence will make a huge difference. I agree. What's going on? Sean says there are things you can learn from a loss that you can't learn from a win. 100%. I agree with you 100%, man. That I said it before, and I'll say it again, man. The Eagles won through a loss. The Eagles won through a loss, and that's what you needed. I've said it, throughout the year. We want to see how they react to a loss, and this is how they reacted. I mean, hey, Eagles fans have to be happy about this. There's no blaming Howie anymore, right? Howie has put the pieces together. It's on this coaching staff to put everything together and make it all work on the field now. We outbid Buffalo and Dallas to get Suh. I wonder what we gave up then, because what's a bidding war for Ndamukong Suh? You know what I'm saying? That's my question. What's a bidding war look like for Ndamukong Suh at this age and everything? Trying to see, man. I want to know because I outbid it makes it seem like Ndamukong Suh had 6 pressures and 26 pass rush snaps, 1 sack, 2 hits, 3 hurries. That's pretty darn good. It's pretty darn good. All right, maybe this is I'm trying to find the number. Shout out to everybody in here, man. We got 30 people in here. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, join the family. I still don't see the numbers. I want to know what the number is. Oh, here comes Cole's Cowboy to talk some nonsense. Talk absolutely nonsense. Y'all suck, man. The Cowboys are idiots. The Cowboys don't know what they're doing. Unspoken word, what's going on? We're all in. You can't ask anymore from an organization. You really can't. I want to know what the heck the numbers are, though. I mean, I feel good about this move either way because I know we don't have an abundance of money anyways that we're going to go out there and spend crazy amount of money, but I don't know. If anybody sees the numbers, let me know. Y'all definitely not trying to win, Coles. I've been trying to tell y'all, man. I've been trying to tell Cowboys fans for the longest time. And I do my show with James, and y'all call me a hater when I say this. The Cowboys are going to implode that team, if not this year, the year after, easily. Do I think Jason's done after the season? I'm assuming Kelsey. If we win another Super Bowl, I think he will, to be honest. I think that he'll feel like he's done everything he has to do. And even if we don't win a Super Bowl, it might be it for him. I think we have a better chance if we lose in the playoffs of him coming back than if we win in the playoffs, him coming back. Just because I think he's trying to get that one last ring. Excuse me. We saw last year that towards the end of the year, it was kind of like he felt like something was happening with this team. He felt this team could be good coming into this year. So I felt like that's why he came back. I don't know if he'll come back. I know his brother made a joke saying that he's going to play till, another 3-4 years. I hope so. I damn sure hope so. I don't think so, though. Waylon says Howie Roseman playing chess. Yes, and all these other dudes playing checkers. They ain't even playing checkers, bro. They ain't even playing checkers. At this point, they not even on the board. I really do feel like, and I know that we're coming off a loss, but even with that loss, I truly do feel like the Philadelphia Eagles are one of the best teams in this NFL. I feel like we're top 2, top 3 at worst. Realistically, the Buffalo Bills have worse losses than us, in my opinion. You could put Kansas City ahead of us, I guess. I would still put us ahead of them. I really would. I really don't care. Maybe that's crazy. I don't know. Cole says, trust, I'm on that BJG-ish right now. No high expectations. You shouldn't. And y'all should stop talking junk about the Philadelphia Eagles like we ain't doing what we doing. We're out here making it happen. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. Dun, 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 dun. This is how we do it. No. You feel me? The Philadelphia Eagles are making moves, man. I really don't understand how people look at this Eagles team and be like, they all right. And they all right. No, we're doing everything in our power to be great. We really are. And Jalen Hurts, I think, is the type of player that is only going to get better from a loss. That's it. So, I'm glad that Coles came in here not talking that talk because I was going to go in, bro. I was going to go in. We're all in. Who else can say that? Nobody. I'm about to get demonetized singing all these songs, but nobody can say that, man. Nobody can say that with a straight face, at least. If you look at every single team, maybe outside of the Bills, every single team has taken a step back when it comes to talent. When you look at the Cowboys, it was obvious with their offense, right? You look at the Kansas City Chiefs. They took a step back on their talent when you let go of a guy like Tyreek Hill. It hasn't affected them as much as some people may have thought. It kind of has, but you look at the Green Bay Packers. They took an obvious step back. The Bengals took an obvious step back. You look at any team, they've taken a step back. So, I mean, it's Philadelphia Eagles or die right now, bro. Like, we are the team. We are the team to beat, and I don't care what nobody says. Shout out to Washington. Left hand up. Y'all the Commanders. Whatever y'all want to say, shout out to y'all. The Commanders had, and I say his name because I'm not one for subliminal messaging, right? But shout out to Jay Tuck. Shout out to Jay Tuck. My man, I know it was his high school gear, but my man put on a whole show acting like the Dallas Cowboys beat the Eagles. That is the saddest thing I've ever seen. Cowboys fans are down bad. They are literally celebrating other teams' victories over us. I have never done that. I have never seen that. At the most that I would be, I would laugh at you. I would laugh at the Cowboys and be like, haha, y'all lost to a trash team and I'm moving up. My man literally was sitting here talking about left hand up. Who are we? Sad ass Cowboys. Like, it's sad. It's sad, man. It's sad. It's sad, man. It's sad. And it wasn't just Jay Tuck. But he made that video, so I had to say something. Montel Roseman, this is how we do it, bro. Montel was the man, bro. Montel Jordan was the man, bro. Ray Jones says, I can't wait to see what Mark Holmes has to say. I think I've seen maybe 2 of his shows ever. And I think it was when Philly 500 was on there, but I'm going to have to go watch now just to hear his old ass cry. You know what I'm saying? I'll be happy as hell when the Cowboys lose. I'll be happy, but I'm not going to sit and dance to the other team's music. Like, I'm not going to sit here and cheer for the other team like they my team. If the Washington Commanders beat the Dallas Cowboys, I would laugh. I would make a couple memes. I would make a couple tweets, and then I would move on. People are still talking about it like we lost. Prior to that, like they beat us, excuse me. Prior to that, people were talking about how we almost lost games. Like, bro, if you don't get out my face, that is the day. That's the day that I realized I cannot talk to Cowboy fans anymore. The day that they started talking about, well, you almost lost this game, bro. Stop it. Stop. You look dumb. You sound stupid. It just sounds stupid. I mean, the Eagles are clearly the class of the NFL right now. I feel like that. It's hard to not feel like that right now when you just keep on adding and adding. Trying to make sure nobody drops the price. I mean, but now I guess the question is, does this make this a Super Bowl or bust year? Like, do we have to win the Super Bowl now, right? Tuck out of pocket, flying another team's colors, never y'all softer than cotton, stop. I would never do that. You know, it's funny. Yesterday I had an interview with Dante Hall. Y'all got to go check that out, man. And if y'all wrestling fans, we had Mojo Riley on as well. I had Mojo yesterday as well on the Discord. But y'all definitely, y'all need to start checking these Twitter spaces out, because I interview former players, a lot of college players, and y'all can ask anything you want. If you get on the Twitter space, you literally just ask to speak. I'll bring you on, and you can ask like your favorite athletes anything you want. We just had Dante Hall yesterday. We've had Brian Mitchell, who I'm sure we'll have him on again. We got a bunch of people. Obviously, Vic. You know what I'm saying? A little secret. I don't think I'm supposed to say this yet because we haven't really put it out. But next week we're supposed to have Dwayne Bowe on the show. So there's a lot of guys that we talk to, and I would love for you guys to start asking them questions, man. It streams on my channel, or excuse me, on my Twitter and on the Fanfield Twitter. So definitely go check it out, man. Dwayne says, outside of the Eagles, they make fun of Nick Chubb. Laugh my eyes. They say in the snow going to be 6 feet. Mad Chubb is only 5'11". We sure can't go one and done. I know that. That's how I'm feeling. We got to go in there and at least win a game. We got to at least go in there and win a game, especially when you factor in that we're most likely going to get home field advantage. You got to go in there. You got to win a game. It's very, very important. Very, very important. I just want to know how much we paid. Left hand up. Who are we? The command. I like that song though. That song is catchy. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna stop. Yes, sir. Spoken. Yeah, this is dope. But my back is starting to kill me. I'm not gonna lie. So I am gonna get it out of here. Who's live right now? Go check out Mitch Kowski. Go check out Mitch Kowski. He's another Eagles content creator right now that's live. I'll drop it in the chat. Go show some support to another Eagles content creator. And shout out to everybody in the chat, man. If y'all got any questions before I get out of here, drop them in the comments. But other than that, man, go support my guy Mitch. Just go say what up. You know what I'm saying? Tell him Joe sent you. Tell him Joe sent you. Playoffs go through Philly, give y'all Super Bowl parties ready. Exactly. I'm actually having a big Super Bowl party out here. For my job, Fan Field. I don't know how it's gonna work, but I think you have to like have special access to get there. But it's gonna be all these NFL players, Vic, Adrian Peterson, all those people. So I'm definitely gonna be trying to get content for the channel. You already know. But I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate everybody that's locked in, man. I do got to get out of here because my back is killing me right now. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna try and get better by tomorrow. I'm hoping. But I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, and go to the link that I just posted. I just posted a link for Mitch Kowski. Go support other people. Go support other content creators, and tell them Joe sent you, man. I would really appreciate it. Other than that, But other than that, my mic cuts out at the most weird times. Other than that, y'all know what it is, man. It is Fly Eagles Fly, and we are out here. I love you guys. And the Eagles are the best team in the league, so let them know. Say it with your chest, dog. Say it with your chest. Fly Eagles Fly. Fly Eagles. The Eagles are the best team. Say it with your chest when you say it. You feel me? But yeah, I'm done. I appreciate y'all. Peace.
Everywhere, this is for you.
Yeah. Fly Eagles flying on the team. Touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird gang nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling with Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man saw Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randall. Season here, early time to do him in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for tuning in.